Mike Myers, international man of mystery, the animated icon, the cat in the bloody hat, Mike Myers, one of the greatest visionaries to grace this earth that has seemingly disappeared after Shrek 4. Or did he? In this documentary, I will be going through his life from start to finish. Well, he isn't dead. I will also be discussing what he's been doing since his break from acting. He's known for many things, but more than anything else, I think he's known for being a master of disguise. We're going to take a look today at his different disguises and how he got to where he is today. How well can you truly know someone that is always playing a character? Today, I hope to look at the real side of Mike Myers and what he's been doing all along.
You and what armor?
1975, Mike Myers' first time on screen. He played a small role in an episode of a TV show called King of Kingston. This was just a mere glimpse of what he would be capable of. Once he reached adulthood, the magic really began when he landed his role in Wayne's World. Wayne's World grew to have a cult following, which became a trend with many of his films. This is a movie which is still often parodied and referenced to this day. Things were looking up. Mike Myers had just stepped into the spotlight for the first time, but this was by no means his magnum opus. He tried to repeat the magic in Wayne's World too. Critics claimed that the characters were still endearing, but the jokes were a bit hit or miss the second time around. This was truly a testament to Mike Myers' ability to adapt to a role and become another person, which is the theme we will be getting into a bit later. Mike Myers was not yet satisfied and struck gold once again by landing a role as the main character in Austin Powers.
Austin. This is my twin sister. Her name, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck me. See?
In Austin Powers, Michael Myers played a quirky ladies' man who happened to be a spy, or some. That part kind of took a bit of a backseat. This kept him in the spotlight longer, and he stepped it up again by playing not one but 3 roles in the sequel. As well as playing Austin Powers, he played the roles of Fat Bastard, a huge disgusting Scottish man, and Dr. Evil, a stereotypical supervillain that has no real motivation for wanting to end the world. But nothing could prepare us for what was coming next. Shrek, the creme de la creme. Shrek revolutionized not just cinema but the entire world in a matter of 1 hour and 30 minutes. Truly, to explain the magnitude of Shrek on modern day society, I would need to make another whole video. Many other YouTubers have already tackled this and probably have explained it better than I could. This movie cemented Mike Myers as a household name that will survive the test of time like Charlie Chaplin and Hitler. A reoccurring theme of the last 3 movies I've mentioned, vastly different characters he's able to transform into. On top of that, all 3 movies have cult followings and are referenced, parodied and recreated in media to this day.
We see rain, and look at that, even some frozen stuff starting to pop up. Otherwise, Milwaukee, swing.
Mike Myers had even more fans than PewDiePie at this time. This inspired DreamWorks to make a dramatized documentary about Mike Myers' life offset, to help people understand who this person really was. This movie was called The Master of Disguise. A big theme of this movie is how Mike Myers is able to adapt and transform into many different characters with ease and is incredibly convincing whilst doing so. There was even a stage where Mike Myers was at a dinner and transformed into a turtle.
Turtle? May I help you? Are you a member of the Turtle Club?
Well, not exactly.
Not exactly, but am I not turtly enough for the Turtle Club, Pearl?
Pearl.
Pressure of a Shrek sequel was stacking up upon him. He delayed the shooting to take on the role of the Cat in the Hat. This way he could get the whole idea of Shrek out of his head. Mike Myers had difficulty staying as one character for prolonged amounts of time, hence why he prevented himself from ever playing the same role for more than 2 to 3 movies. This movie had a mild reception, but it was a relaxation gig, according to Mike Myers. He wasn't fully dedicated to the role, as his throne was waiting for him. As the day arrived, people waited in anticipation for the hottest movie of the year, possibly the decade, Shrek 2. Will it deliver? Will it be what people want? Yes, yes. Yeah! Here comes the money!
And I was like, in the morning,
With another groundbreaking movie under his belt, he was feeling quite confident. That night, he went up to Eddie Murphy and said, "Eddie, we're making Shrek 3 right now. You get the waffles, I'll get the onions, you know what I'm saying?"
Oh yeah, crack-a-lack-it.
Shrek 3 came, and Shrek 3 went, just as they said it would. It was okay by movie standards, but not okay by Shrek standards. This isn't acceptable. Then immediately after, they make him film Shrek the Hall, a Shrek Christmas special, among many other Shrek specials he has had to voice over the years. He is spending too much time in this Shrek form, and the beast is trying to break out. Mike Myers walks away from the Shrek light, but not the spotlight.
Bye-bye. See you later.
Growing a big head, he thinks that he knows best. He then begins directing, writing, and acting in what he believes will be the greatest piece of media to date, The Love Guru. This was the only film that he personally paid for in whole because he felt that it would, and I quote, "rival the Titanic in timeless critical acclaim and symbolism to the extent that it will be studied, parried, and referenced for generations to come." End quote. This movie was possibly the worst movie of the year, and landed Mike Myers in a deep depression as this was the worst he had ever done, and he had done it when all the eyes were on him. He was desperate for money after the recent investment failed, so he signed a deal with DreamWorks to make a fourth and fifth Shrek movie. Mike Myers had never done a fourth movie as a character. He is at his breaking point. The director forces Mike Myers into a hotel room to just watch Shrek 2 and nothing but Shrek 2 on repeat for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week for an entire month. We have behind the scenes footage of him during this time, which was included in the special features of the deluxe edition of Shrek 4. But I warn you, it's not pretty.
Check, check.
But it was no good. Mike Myers had lost his mojo.
I've lost my mojo!
Shrek 4 came and left, the giant had fallen, there was nothing left but memories. Again, it was okay by movie standards, but this was so far away from the Bible-like movie that fans were expecting. Mike Myers vanished into obscurity. His pockets full, but his time ticking, he tried to work out a new plan. He knew he did not have the power right now to become Shrek again, and DreamWorks wants to lock him up again and force him to make another Shrek movie for the sake of cash, dollar, holla. So he ran and adapted. Using his incredible ability of disguise, he took on the role of the lead singer of Smash Mouth, whose name happens to actually be Shrek. He was back on top, riding the wave and avoiding DreamWorks. But this high lasted much shorter than the last. 2015, at the Taste of Fort Collins Festival. Shrek would have an unfortunate outburst after people started throwing too many things at him.
You throw one more piece of on stage, I'm gonna come find your ass. I'm gonna beat your ass, whoever you are out there, okay? You wanna be a badass? Come up here, come on. Walk your badass up here, come on. Come on, say.
This went on to the point where the rest of the band started performing the songs without him.
You bring your ass on stage, whoever's throwing me, I will tell you right now, I will beat the out of you, okay? You're a
Shrek, just play the song.
Come on, somebody throw one more thing at me.
Please,
right now.
no one throw anything at him. Please. This goes on until finally the bassist just starts singing the song with the crowd. Today, Shrek, you definitely were not the sharpest tool in the shed. Once again, Mike Myers ran into the night, returning the role of the lead singer back to Shrek. He was freaking out. Okay, movies don't work, reality and live performance don't work. I need to find a middle ground.
Hi, I'm Guy Fieri and we're rolling out. Looking for America's greatest diners, drive-ins, and dives.
He went around America avoiding DreamWorks whilst getting free food on the set and filming his TV show. This backfired eventually once people realized that Smash Mouth and him were the same person. Mike Myers surrendered himself to DreamWorks in 2019, and they said they were going to begin filming Shrek in 2020. Mike Myers was given 1 week off before filming in the end of March of 2020. He decided to spend this week in China, eating nothing but wild bats and asking the local people to cough in his eyes. He returned to film Shrek but could not due to being sick. Coincidentally, a week or two later, the country went into lockdown due to some kind of virus, so he hasn't had to record yet. This is where we are now. Will he run away again? Will Shrek 5 ever come out? There's talks of them doing it with different actors if Mike Myers keeps starting rock bands in reality TV shows. I hope you enjoyed. This was Behind the Onions, a Mike Myers documentary.
G'day guys, thanks so much. If you enjoyed that video, make sure to hit like, subscribe and share, and then you'll be in the running to join my gift card giveaway.
Yeah, cheers. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good day.